Everyone, thank you for joining us. I have St. Louis up first. We have head coach Christy Connoyer, Abby Mallow, and Natalie Sullivan. We'll start with an opening statement from coach, take questions for the student athletes, and then questions for coach. Whenever you're ready.
What a game that come out. We were just talking about this in terms of later in the day and go through all that, but there's no excuses. It's competing. It's competing. Kudos to hats off to Arkansas. Can swing the bat. Very disciplined team. Compliment, like I said, with Courtney. She runs a really nice program, and hats off to Arkansas for their discipline and their plate approach. Hats off to our team as well for a first tournament to come in that stage. Took a little bit of jitters, absolutely, to start. Once we settled in, you saw the smiles on the faces. You saw Billikens softball there in those middle innings with solid defense. You turn a double play, you make cuts, you do what we do, get out of innings. Kudos to these guys. They stayed in attack mode. They never flailed when it talked about going after their pitching. I appreciate our offensive approach. And once we settled in, you could see what makes Billikens softball special, which is our defense there at the end.
Questions for the student athletes.
Natalie, you'll answer too. This isn't unfamiliar territory for y'all, knowing that you get to play tomorrow to try and keep the season alive. Just what do you think those experiences from last weekend will do for y'all now moving into a game with Indiana?
Yeah, I mean, a first game loss in a tournament isn't new for us. We fought from the bottom, and when the season's on the line, and like no one wants to stop playing with this team. This team means so much to so many people, and the group of leaders, 8 seniors, like they lead us so well, and they inspire us, and we don't want it to end. So we're gonna definitely fight to keep playing tomorrow.
Yeah, I think this team always has a lot of fight in them, and going in tomorrow, nothing changes. I mean, we're still going to go up there, swing good pitches, play our game, and put our best foot forward, especially coming in from that losers bracket. Sometimes it's where we thrive. Sometimes we need like kick in the butt and then come up swinging.
Coach said there was a little bit of jitters first time getting out there. What was that like stepping onto the field, and realizing that it was real? Y'all were on that stage.
I mean, it's loud. It's loud here. You guys have a great fan base. It seems like when you're on that stage, everything seems a bit bigger. Everything seems a bit louder. But after that first inning, we kind of dialed it in. Still attacking hitters as the pitching and battery staff. And then when you're up to bat, focusing on the task at hand, seeing one pitch at a time, staying in the moment. Deep breaths really helped us figure it out.
Yeah, and I think just looking to your right and left and seeing people that you've battled with all season, trusting in each other and trusting what you know.
And then I'll end on just what was Burnham doing it so effectively in the circle for them?
Yeah, I mean, she moved the ball well. She changed speeds, changed planes for sure. We saw a lot of rise balls, a lot of change-ups, kept batters off balance. But when the pitch was in the zone, I don't think our batters strayed away from swinging at good pitches. I think we put a lot of balls in play, which was our goal. We'll find some more holes tomorrow, hopefully. Just put it hard on the ground.
Yeah, mixing speeds, mixing locations for sure. I think our hitters did a good job of learning from each other and taking what we need from each at bat.
Anything else for student athletes? Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, we'll now take questions for Coach. Ethan, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned just the jitters that y'all came out with. What do you hope that your team learned from this game that they can translate maybe into tomorrow?
Well, I think that those guys, those two said it well. Slow the game down. It may have sped up there a little bit in that first inning. I think slowing it down and staying within our control. It got a little fast, I think, and you hear it. I was watching the game ahead of us. And talking to Courtney, actually, we're talking about cage times and this and that. And she's like, no, we stay at cage times. We stay at the same ones because you never know, it could speed up and something could happen. And you see that at regionals. It's you ride a momentum, you get one hit, something happens here or there. So I think it's for us going into tomorrow, slow the game down and get back to our style of play.
Obviously, this is the first NCAA tournament in program history. Just what was that like for you to lead this program into that new field?
Well, it's pretty special. It's pretty special when you have a group of seniors that, and I say a group of seniors, they have built it. We've been knocking on the door, and finally the door opens. And I say a door opens, we opened it. I give a lot of credit to those seniors. At the same time, why it's so special, I looked up in the stands today and we had multiple alums. An alum from one of my first years that I was here. And to see her and her family, of course, then it makes me feel a little old because she's got her little kids with her. But to see that investment and that much pride in a program in their alma mater, whew, that warms your heart to see that. So pretty special.
And then Arkansas didn't get a ton of extra base hits. I think the first one came in the 4th inning. Was small ball maybe what you expected from them, or how did that kind of come about?
No, definitely did not expect small ball from them. When you look at numbers, Arkansas can swing the bat, and kudos to as much as we had some significant walks. I credit that as well to a good discipline from Arkansas. So they're looking for a pitch that they can drive, and the ones they swung at, we know they're a heavy fly ball team, and we had a lot of putouts in the outfield. If a ball got in a gap, we spent some time talking about that, playing certain depths and making some shifts. So I did not expect some small ball to get a double play there. I think that we're one of the top in the program in terms of double plays to play our style there. So it was nice to limit their extra bases.
Thank you, Coach.
No, thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the article too.